What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Adventure Outpost. In today's adventure, we are going to be discussing my most anticipated movies for the month of October. But quickly before we begin that video, if you can, as always, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and now let's party on with the show. So we're going to start it off with my least anticipated movie for the month of October, and I'm sure it's going to be one that's going to shock a few people, because for most people this is the bread and butter of horror franchises, but for me, it's just run out of so much steam that I'm not really excited for this movie whatsoever, and that is Halloween Ends. Halloween Kills left a horrible taste in my mouth. I like the whole Halloween franchise. The first one, obviously the original, is the fucking masterpiece. That thing is absolutely incredible. One of the best horror movies ever made. My second favorite is Halloween 3, simply because it actually tries to do something different. And I actually like the idea of doing a Halloween anthology where every year it was a different type of horror story. But people are fucking douchebags and they were like, no, we would just rather see the same Michael Myers story every time. So now we've gotten hundreds upon hundreds of the exact same movie, all just trying to copy and create the magic of the first one, to a lot of diminishing returns, and this movie seems to follow in complete suit. This whole new Halloween franchise has been very peculiar. It started off strong with the first one, obviously, though the first new one was pretty much just a retread of the original, just updated, and then when we try to do something new with Halloween Kills, it really just veered right off of a road, and now we're watching the wreckage as we just careen down to the bottom of the ravine that is Halloween Ends. Following right on its heels is a franchise. It's not even a franchise yet, but it's part of a wider franchise that is an encompassing problem for me that I can't stand, and that is the superhero movie. Obviously, next it is Black Adam. I just don't care. I just don't care whatsoever. I'm so done with superhero movies. It's just, DC has got its whole other problems. Like, you can't even get people to show up for, like, your big tentpole people, and you're like, let's make Black Adam. I guess, but it's just like we're just scrounging the bottom of the barrel. We're just making superhero movies to make superhero movies, and I'm fucking tired of it. I want a new genre to start reigning supreme. If I have to watch another superhero movie, I'm gonna blow my fucking brains out. Right after that is the movie The School of Good and Evil. It looks like a pretty decent, nice, young adult fantasy movie. It's got a lot of name talent in it. Looks like it could be a fun time. Looks like it also could be pretty stupid. I don't know. It's one of those movies that could go either way. So it's kind of like right here in the middle where I'm just like, yeah, all right, I'll watch that. Could be good, could be bad. I guess we'll wait and see. Up next is the movie White Bird, A Wonder Story. This is a movie I don't think anybody asked for, but here it is, and we're getting it. You ever wanted to know what happened to the bully after the movie Wonder when he got expelled and had to go to another school? Well, you're getting the spin-off, baby. The trailer for this was like cracked me up. I was like, I can't believe we're getting a Wonder spin-off. Like, what the hell? But I'm here for it. The Wonder movie is actually like a really sweet and enjoyable movie. I like that movie a lot. I actually only just saw it for the first time this past year. My fiance showed it to me because it came out in steelbook form, so I picked it up. I didn't get a chance to see it in theater, so she was like, oh, this movie's so good, you gotta watch it. We watched it, and it was really enjoyable. I liked it a lot. It was super cute. Just one of those movies that you just had a smile on your face. Like, this is just a great movie. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the spinoff. The spinoff is very interesting to me simply because of the subject matter of it. I think it's going to be a very interesting and wild story that it's interjecting it with flashbacks to like World War II Nazi era stuff. I think that's going to be a super interesting take on it. And I'm very interested to see like where they go with this movie. So I am super excited to see that movie. And we only have a few more days to wait. I think it comes out not this Friday, but the Friday after that, the same weekend as Halloween Ends. So you know where my ass is going to be opening weekend for that. After that is a movie that I still have no fucking idea what it's even about, but the person in it and the trailer has done enough that I'm intrigued. The mystery around it is intriguing me so much that I need to see it, and that is Cate Blanchett in Tar. The trailers for this movie have been just a mind fuck where I'm like, I have no idea what the hell this movie is even about, but it's got Cate Blanchett. It's about a conductor for an orchestra, and I guess it involves something with cigarette smoke because the one trailer had her just like puffing a cloud of vapor of smoke for like the entire trailer. And it's called Tar. So it looks like it's such a enigma of a movie. And Cate Blanchett is one of my favorite actresses of all time. So I cannot wait to go and check out this movie and finally unravel and see what all the hubbubaloo is with this movie. After that is a movie that I don't know if you can really say is a movie that you would be looking forward to. It's a movie that it looks like it's going to be really, really good. And it's super heavy subject matter. It's going to be one of those movies that's going to be tough to watch, but it's an important thing to watch along the lines of movies like Schindler's List and stuff like that, where it's one of those movies where it's like, it's important to tell that story, but I just don't know how often you'll ever want to watch it or if you even like look forward to seeing the movie because the subject matter is so heavy. And that is the movie Till, which is all about the Emmett Till story. If you haven't heard of that, if you've been living under a rock your entire life and don't know about that story, look it up, read into it. It is a very just tough thing to learn about, to understand, to read about, to just know it happened. It's a dark time in American history. So I don't know, like, I'm not excited for this movie to be a thing. It's going to be a tough movie to watch. But from the trailer and everything, I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be an important movie that was to be made along those lines of movies like Schindler's List, where they're important movies. It's important stuff to see and know and learn about. But I just don't know if you should really be like excited about seeing it. It sits here because I know it's going to be a really good movie. So obviously it's going to be better than all the stuff that I've talked about before. But when you're doing a thing of like most anticipated, I don't know anybody who's like, this is the movie like I'm most anticipated for, because it's just going to be so heavy and tough to watch. But I'm sure it's going to be super incredible. I am very interested to watch this movie and to see just what they do with the subject matter. After that is the movie Armageddon Time. This movie with Anne Hathaway, Jeremy Strong, Anthony Hopkins. Seems to be we're getting a few, like, it seems just like post-World War II movies in October, you know, with the Whitebird spinoff, and now Armageddon Time, which seems to be about, it looks like a Jewish family that have fled from Europe during the Holocaust, have now settled in the United States, and they're dealing with issues that still arise there with some people that still aren't the happiest with Jews, it seems like. At least that's what the trailer seems to convey. And it's all about a kid learning and having this coming of age story where he has to decide like where he's going to make a stand in life and what he's going to deal with and pretend and look away from. It looks like it's going to be a really good dramatic movie. It's from James Gray. Last thing he made was Ad Astra, which is a movie that I really enjoyed. So I'm super excited to see this movie. I think this movie is going to be really good. It's another one's going to be dramatic. I don't think this one will be as like tough thematically to like sit there and be like, I can't watch this because this is more fictionalized. This is just a made up story for the most part, but I do think it's going to be super interesting. Anytime you got Anthony Hopkins, you got my ass in the seat. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Up next is a movie to break all this intense dramatic flair with some levity, and that is the movie Lyle Crocodile. This movie just looks like a shitload of fun. I'm the easiest person to get to see movies for the most part. You just got to give me a silly enough hook, and I'm like, fucking bangarang, I'm there, baby. And the second that trailer started and you saw it was just an alligator up in the attic in a bathtub singing songs, I was like, here we go, baby, I'm in. Let's go. Give me a ticket. I'm here for the ride. It just looks like it's going to be a fun family movie. And I'm a big fan of family movies. Like, I like movies like that where you can just kick back, relax, you get a nice heartwarming message, and you just have a good time for like an hour and a half. It's going to be, I think this movie's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't read the Lyle Crocodile story since I was a kid too, so it's going to be fun to revisit that and see how they turn it into a movie. So I am super excited for this movie. The rom-com finally makes a big return. We were hoping last month it was going to be a big return, but Bros has not made as much money as everybody was hoping for. I don't know if this movie is going to really make that much money either. The rom-com might be a thing of the past, but if anyone's going to pull a hat trick out of there, it's going to be George Clooney and Julia Roberts. And that next movie is Ticket to Paradise. Just looks like a fun, classic 90s romantic comedy. A divorced couple that has to put up with each other as they try to join forces to try and break off their daughter's engagement to some tropical guy while she's like living abroad. Just looks like a lot of fun. It's going to have some zany stuff. It's going to have just some wild times. It's going to be silly. It's going to be romantic. It's going to be a good time. And I've always had a soft spot for romantic comedies. They're always, even bad ones, I can sit there and still watch because they're just like fun. So this one I'm super excited for. And of course, you got George Clooney and Julia Roberts. Yeah, let's go. Get in the seat. Turn it on. I'm ready for it. Taking the bronze is the last horror movie before the spooky season ends, and that is Pray for the Devil. This movie looks fucking creepy. Exorcism movies always creep the shit out of me. When a lot of them came out, I still wasn't watching horror movies because I was still in my frame of getting high to watch every movie I ever watch, and the last thing I want to do when I get high is get the shit scared out of me. But now that I've dialed that back so much and I can watch a movie not indulging, I've watched a lot more horror movies in my day, and I'm super excited for this one. The trailer scares the ever-living shit out of me every time it's on. It just looks so intense and creepy, so I'm super ready for this movie. This movie, too, has gone through a whirlwind of changes, too. I remember first seeing the trailer, I think it was right around, like, at the end of 2020, early 2021, and it was called The Devil's Light. And I was like, fuck, man, that movie's gonna be nuts. I can't wait for that. And then you never heard anything about it for a while. So much so that even when you tried to look up The Devil's Light, nothing was coming up for it. And I thought I was going crazy because I was telling everybody about it. I was like, this horror movie is coming out. We got to go see it. It's going to look nuts. And every time I would tell them about it and they'd look it up, they'd be like, I can't find anything. Like, I think you might have a fucking Mandela effect, bro. Like, you have no idea what the fuck is happening in your life. And I was like, fuck, I could have sworn I saw this. And then out of nowhere, like a few months ago, the trailer popped out again, and now it had a new name and everything, and now it's called Pray for the Devil, which honestly I think is a fucking much better name. It's got a great play on words. It just sets you up exactly for what is fucking happening. Like, it looks great, and I cannot wait to watch this movie and have the shit scared out of me. Taking Silver is the new Christian Bale movie, Amsterdam. I think this movie is going to be a lot of fun. It looks zany, it looks quirky, looks like it could be a good time. It also could go the other way because it is made from David O. Russell, and I wasn't the biggest fan of American Hustle, so this movie, it could go either way. But I love fucking Christian Bale. There's so many people in it. John David Washington I love Margot Robbie, everybody in this, I think. It's going to make this movie a lot of fun, or at least I'm hoping it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited to check this out. It comes out this Friday. I'm definitely going to be checking it out this weekend. That and Lyle Crocodile. That would be some double feature. I might have to do it. So I'm super excited for this one to drop, and I can't wait to go check it out this weekend. And Taking Gold is the remake of the award-winning film All Quiet on the Western Front. I was somebody a few months ago, and when I saw that this first popped up, that this was being a thing, I was not happy about it. I was like, why? Why do we need to remake this? Like, what is the point for this? But that trailer really got me. That trailer looks fucking awesome. It makes this movie look like it's going to be an intense, gritty, down and dirty, just updated, violent spectacle. And it looks just absolutely incredible. I am super excited for it. I absolutely hate that it's only coming out on Netflix and we're not going to get to see it in theaters anywhere, but I digress. It still looks fucking incredible, and I would be stupid of myself not to put this in first place, simply because I know myself, I love war movies, and regardless of if I get to see it on the big screen or not, I am super excited to check this movie out. And that is my list. October, we got a bevy of hits coming out. A lot of movies that are dropping, a lot of good stuff I think that's going to be coming out, a lot of interesting stuff. We're going to see how it shakes out, what's going to be good, what's going to be bad, where it's going to all end up at the end of the month when we rank it all up after we've seen it. But that is a video for another day. This is the wrap up for this video. This has been a good time for me. I hope it's been a good time for you. Like we said before earlier in the video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button. Let me know in the comments down below what you are most excited for the month of October, and let's talk movies down there. Always love to talk that good stuff. But until the next time, you have been you, I have been me. These are the movies that we love so much. Get your ass out there and see some October hits, and until next time, adventure on.